Hello again, guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Night, and I have my sales update video for you guys. So this is over a period of around about 2 weeks, maybe just a few days more than that. And it is not everything that I have sold in those 2 weeks, but it is just an example sort of across the board. Some slightly larger sales, some very mediocre sales. You know how it goes, just a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. But just wanted to show you on all three platforms, that is Etsy, eBay, and Poshmark, what has been selling for me very recently. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive in. So I'm going to start with Etsy. And pretty much everything that I show you today, in fact, everything I believe, is the buyer pays shipping as per usual. I don't do free shipping, but if there is something that had free shipping, I'll make sure to let you know. Also, all of the sales prices that I give you are before fees. So just bear in mind that the platforms do take fees. And of course, I will try to let you know my cost of goods for each item as well, how much I paid and where I purchased it originally. So here we go. First item here, I can't believe this took so long to sell. It's taken almost a year, I think. I loved these. I thought they were so cute. So it's a little stationery set, obviously, and it's got this cute cat. It's vintage. That's why it's selling on Etsy, and it's just, I live for letters, but I thought they were adorable. So they sold eventually for $9.95 on Etsy, and I paid 50 cents at a yard sale originally. This little Santa Snoopy, he took well over a year to sell as well. I have always done pretty well with Snoopy plushes, but for some reason, like the vintage ones, obviously, but for some reason, Santa Snoopy, perhaps he was just too specific for a lot of people. He was in okay shape. There's quite a few close-ups towards the end and stuff as well. You know, he had some discolorations and things like that, as you can see on his hat, and that were marked down here, some obvious yelling around his hat and face. But overall, he was okay. He was from 1968, and the buyer paid $29.95 for him, and I paid 50 cents at a rummage sale. This sweater, again, I really thought this would have sold quicker. It didn't. It took almost a year again. This was also listed on all three platforms, had quite a lot of likes on Poshmark, just nobody bit, as it were. But it obviously had a very cool like swan detail. It was a wool sweater, almost like a Nordic feel to it, perhaps like a Fair Isle feel, kind of, but obviously a vintage piece as well. I paid $1 for this at a rummage sale, and it sold for $29.95. This took a very long time. There's a theme going on here. This is all stuff that I've had for a long time, but hey, at least it's moving now. So this thing has been through like 2 Christmases before. Since I had it listed, I just renewed it every once in a while, and eventually it sold. And it sold for $7.95. Oh my days. But I paid 25 cents for it at a sort of like yard sale situation, like an estate sale kind of situation. And it's just a vintage house with, it was a matchbox essentially, but you would keep it on the fireplace and stuff like that as a decorative piece also for Christmas. So yeah, $7.95 is what that sold for. And the final Etsy sale that I have to show you is just another vintage sweater. Fairly nondescript, not at all as cool, I think, as the one with the swans knitted into it. But very much that kind of like oversized, chunky sweater, whatever. So I paid $1 for this at a yard sale, and it sold for $19.95. All right, on to Poshmark. So again, not everything that's sold on Poshmark over the last couple of weeks, but just a good example of what all has been moving for me, brand-wise and style-wise and all that kind of stuff. So let's start with this. This is an Elijah J. orange cropped cardigan. Obviously, I got this at the bins when I went there. Oh my goodness, a few months ago now. Here's the label. If you've never seen it before, it was size large, and I paid about $1 for this, if that. It was very light, so it's probably less than $1 because it was like pay by the pound. But it sold for $16 on Poshmark. And again, obviously, this is before fees, and the buyers do pay shipping. Next item. I honestly thought this would have gone faster, but it just took its time. So this is Cloth and Stone. This is an anthropology piece. Also, you can see the RN number down here, 66170. It was just really cool. I thought like a sort of distressed acid wash plaid with this split tails at the back. I loved this. And I actually found this at the bins also. So I paid no more than $1 for this. And it sold finally on a best offer for $24. So, you know, this I ended up taking a best offer for as well. I had a lot of interest. I started this vintage denim bomber jacket all the way up at $50 on all three platforms, had interest on all three, but again, nobody ever actually committed to buying. So eventually somebody came along. We went back and forth quite a while and we settled on $25. It was a really chunky piece and it definitely had some aging and wear to it. You can see like some of the discoloration and stuff here. And there was a couple of like little not acid spots, but like bleachy kind of spots to it or whatever. Here's the brand. I don't know anything about the brand, just that it was an older piece, older style. And I'm glad to have it gone because it did take up a lot of space. So $25 for that. And I paid about $1 for that. This is just an example of the ugly sweaters that I've been selling. I've been doing really, really well this week. Apparently this week, everybody is in ugly sweater party mode, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I picked up a whole bunch in March for 50 cents a piece, all kinds of different patterns, and I'm almost sold out now. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 left in total. And I probably started out with around 25. So they've gone for all kinds of different prices. Because I only paid 50 cents, I was very open to taking offers. So they kind of varied across the board. But yeah, so this is just an example. This one went for $18. It was like a Mean Girls inspired one. What can I say? People like their ugly Christmas sweaters. Okay, Banana Republic, a green mold draped sweater dress. It was quite hard to photograph this just because of the color and stuff. You can see it got washed out really quickly, but it was actually very, very pretty. Very nice for the Christmas season, I have to say. Very flattering and all that. It was a size medium, Banana Republic. It was not factory. It was the original store piece. And this sold for $16, and I paid about 25 cents for this at a filler bag rummage sale. Another example of the Christmas sweaters. Again, 50 cents for this. This one was also new with tags, and this one went for a best offer of $20. And actually, I had 2 of these or 3 of these. Anyway, I'm sold out now because another one just sold on eBay. Over the weekend, I think I sold about 15 ugly sweaters across both platforms. So, if you find them and they're cheap, whether they're new like this with tags like gimmicky, or if they're vintage, I sell plenty of vintage ones as well, and they're cheap, grab them. I grab them all the way through the year and just start listing them in October. Okay. Mountain Hardware. So this one sold for $24. I did take a best offer. It was originally listed for $30. And I paid about $3 for this at a rummage sale. This was another one I got for 50 cents, and I took a best offer of $18. It was originally listed for $25 in New York. No, not New York Giants. I'm joking. Please don't be mad at me if you're a San Francisco Giants with like the seal, you know what I'm saying. So someone grabbed that. These have been listed for forever. I was so sure that I would be able to get at least $50 for these. They were the Cole Haan, obviously, but they were also a Nike Air like collaboration. You can probably see down here. There we go, Nike Air, and they were great size, 6.5. They just didn't want to move. I had plenty of likes and all that kind of stuff, but just nobody wanted to grab them. So eventually I took a best offer of $35, and I originally paid about $8 for those in a thrift store. This I got for about 25 cents. Again, filler bag situation. It was just Old Navy, size large, but I thought the graphic was cute. It was a very thin net sweater, Believe in Love, and it sold obviously for $12 on a best offer. This I've had for a long time. It has varied in price from $50 all the way down to what you see here, $22. It's been over a year since it's been listed on all 3 platforms. Again, interest on all 3. But nobody wanted to buy it. What can you do? So $22 is what I took for this. It was a very cool vintage, like a clamshell style purse. I called it carpet bag because you can see here, this was all kind of like woven and whatnot with detail. Just really, really neat. So I hope they absolutely love it. That thing needed a good home. And that cost me about 25 cents in a filler bag as well. Eileen Fisher, this is one of the pieces I picked up at the most recent rummage sale that I went to. Everything was either filler bag or $1. This was one of the $1 pieces. It was 100% merino wool. And it sold for full asking price, no offer sent, for $45. And like I said, it cost me $1. So that was a great sale right there. This Sparrow Anthropology, like open front, long, almost duster style cardigan with deep pockets. This sold for $18, cost me about $1 at a rummage sale. These sold really quickly, so the only American Eagle, but I think it was the size that did it. They were an 8 long, and they actually sold in less than it was between 24 hours and 48 hours. It was a pretty darn quick sale for me. They were a nice dark wash. They were just a boot cut, kick boot or whatever. So I know a lot of people say don't buy that in American Eagle, but if you find a size like a long or something like that, just, and it's cheap enough, why not, eh? So they sold for $16 and they cost me $1. It's not remarkable, but hey, if you can do that many times over, you are laughing. Okay, just another vintage sale. I paid about $2 for this one at I think it was a yard sale, this one. And it was just really cool, but it definitely needed a specific buyer. So obviously the Tennessee Vols is like a sweater vest. I really liked it. How can I possibly pass it up? I thought it would have gone at the beginning of football season and it didn't. So eventually someone sent me a best offer of $20. I think I started around $35 and I took $20 because football season is, pretty much done for now, if not completely done for. And I don't want it sticking around till next year. So $20 is what I took. H&M, if I can get it cheap enough and it's a really cute style, especially like a dress or something, I pretty much always grab it. This one sold for $18, full asking price. They didn't send a best offer and I bought it for $1 at a yard sale. Paid $1 for this one as well. I grabbed this. I don't always do Columbia, although I have found that Columbia is doing pretty well for me on Poshmark. It doesn't stick around too long, so I'm going to kind of continue that experiment. I have a few pieces on eBay still that I think I want to go ahead and cross-post over. I just haven't made it there yet onto Poshmark and see if they move like the other Columbia pieces I've sold there did, because to me, it's been doing pretty good. It had a really nice pattern to it, and it was a size extra large, which helped also. Paid $1, sold for $18. And the last Poshmark sale are these Clark's like ankle booties with a chunky heel. I got these for $1 at a yard sale. They had like a braided slingback detail over here. They actually sold on eBay and got returned for fit and then ended up selling on Poshmark for more money. So, hey, I'll take that. And like I said, paid $1 and they sold for $25. Okay, and on to eBay, last but not least. These Allen Edmonds shoes sold for a best offer of $35, but they were in filler bag, which is a giant like trash bag size for $10. So they probably evened out somewhere between 25 cents and 50 cents. So I'll take $35, no problem. And they did have some wear issues. It's a good brand, Allen Edmonds, but you can see at the front there was definitely some wear to them. They were an older piece, older style. So, I'm very pleased with that sale. I hope they enjoy them. This was something I bought just last weekend, I think. And it moved quickly, not for very much. I took a best offer of $14 and paid about $2 originally, but fast flip, I will take it, especially when things are kind of slow right now. Theory black pinstripe wool blazer. It was a small size, a size 0, and I ended up taking a best offer of $32.75. I paid about 5 cents for this in a thrift store to begin with. These Eileen Fisher black leggings, these were the last pair I had. I found 3 pairs in a thrift store, all for half price, which made them $2 a piece, and I've just sort of steadily sold them. These ones obviously sold for $22.99, and like I said, I had $2 in them. This finally sold, and I pray it doesn't come back. I've sold it before, it's come back again. I hope they like it. Obviously, a vintage Notre Dame university hat. What can I say? So this actually, I took a best offer of, oh gosh, I'm lost. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Took a best offer, I think, of $22.99. Am I lost? Oh gosh, don't you just hate that? I think I took a best offer of $18 for this. I think it was about $18. I paid about $1 to begin with at a yard sale. Oh no, maybe it was 25 cents at a yard sale. This could have been one of the ones I found in like a giant lot of hats. I've literally had it that long now that I can barely remember where it came from. But it would be no more than $1. And like I said, it was around $18. It's sold for on a best offer. These sold quickly as well. I paid $1 for these at the same rummage sale that I got that Eileen Fisher skirt I mentioned earlier. And they sold for a best offer of $15. So, just listed for a couple of weeks there. These J. Jill ones, these have only been listed for a couple of weeks as well, and they sold for full asking price for $24.99, and I paid $3 at a thrift store because they were half price. This was also from that rummage sale I mentioned with Eileen Fisher skirt and all that kind of stuff. And this sold on sale for $22.75, and I only paid $1 for it. I've actually, if you haven't deja vu, I've actually already sold this once. It came back for fit, and so it's going out again. So here's to hoping that it works out better this time. These Jessica Simpson shoes, they took their time as well, but they ended up selling for $20 on a best offer. I don't know how much I would pick up Jessica Simpson again, although having said that, I only paid about $1 for these. They had like a square toe and a marble detailing on the heel. They were patent leather. I paid about $1. They sold for $20. That's not too bad, but they were listed for quite a long time, so I would have to really think about it next time if I come across them. Not Your Daughter's Jeans, these sold on sale for $20.24. As it shows that I paid about $1 at a rummage sale. These were an older style. You see this tag here is very much an older tag. The newer one pretty much just has like this kind of symbol happening in here. So this I sold, and this sold pretty quickly. I sold for a best offer of $13.50, and I took that because it had some wear issues. There were some like marks and things like that, like you can see here on some of the close-ups, a little bit of discoloration and whatnot, and just wear in general to the bib parts. So I did go ahead and take that $13.50, but I only paid, I have $1 written down. I have a feeling it was less than that, but $1 tops for that. This brand, I hate this brand. Oh my goodness. So I only paid $2 for this dress, which was good. And I took a best offer of $15. Eli Tahari, or Eli Tahari, however you want to say it, it's retails for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Like, you know, between $200 and $400 for a silk dress like this. But the resale value is just next to nothing. It's been listed on eBay and Poshmark for almost a year now with absolutely no interest. So when someone came along and offered me $15 for it, I happily took it since I only had $2 in it. It just seems like one of those things that is so unfair that it costs so much in like everyday life, but yeah, it just doesn't sell for much. What can you do? This is another one from that rummage sale that I keep mentioning. Another Eileen Fisher piece that I paid $1 for. It was such a cool piece. I kind of wanted to keep it for myself. I just really liked it. But I took a best offer of $30 because I only had $1 in it. And Eileen Fisher moves slow for me. So when someone shows interest and it's a decent offer, I usually hop on it. That's my advice when it comes to Eileen Fisher. This was another one of those Kate Spade pieces I had. I think I showed you in one of my last sales videos that I sold like a lunchbox, and a new lunchbox I had. I actually had gotten them as like free gifts. I had a free gift card. When I got them both, I just didn't really like them, and I didn't really want to have to make space for them in my house. So I went ahead and sold them. And I actually managed to sell both pieces for exactly what I would have paid retail, like on the gift card. So you could almost say I just kind of cashed out that gift card to keep the money in a way. But yes, this sold for $20 on a best offer. And it technically cost me nothing. Vintage Christmas sweater. This had like a glitter detail in with all of like the knit and whatnot. I thought it was pretty cool. It sold for a best offer of $17 because, hey, the season is moving on and I do not want to keep a bunch of Christmas sweaters hanging around if I can help it. So I'm all about those best offers right now, trying to move that stuff out. So yes, it was about $17 it sold for, and I had about $1 in it from a rummage sale. This Banana Republic men's, it was, I think, 100% merino wool again, size extra large, just like a long sleeve polo knit sweater kind of thing. And I got it for completely free. This was one of the things when I was at a big neighborhood yard sale. I walked up and they were done. They just didn't want to do the yard sale anymore. So they said, just take what you want. Anything that you see here, you can take it. And this was one of the things I went ahead and grabbed. So completely free to me, sold for $15. Why not? One of the scrub brands that I absolutely love to sell, Koi, I mention them, I feel like almost every video at this point, but I just really like picking them up. They are fun prints. They are so easy to photograph and to measure and list, and they seem to move pretty darn quickly for me. So I had $1 in this. I took a best offer of $15 because this particular print had been sitting around for just a little while. Not too long, but longer than most. I had about $3.50 in this dress because I believe it was half price at a thrift store. I just thought it was really cool. It was obviously J. Crew, and we've all seen J. Crew tag, but just to show you there, this was a factory piece because you can see these two little dots here, and it was a size 0, so yeah, it had a few things against it there in a little way. So I had about $3.50 in it, and it sold finally for a best offer of $24, which is fair enough. I was hoping to get more out of it, but that's okay. Paid $2 for this at a yard sale, and it's been listed for around about 2 months at this point. This was actually a girl size, as you can see here, 10 to 12, which at first I thought it was women's because it actually would have fit me, but you know, it wasn't. It was technically girls, but it was Land's End, and yeah, that brand is pretty expensive. I really like the floral print. It was like a goose down inside, and it sold for $19.99. So, you know, that's okay for a $2 investment. And the final thing I have to show you is this J. Crew cream cashmere wool blend, like a cable knit sweater. I got the Cambridge cable V-neck sweater because I looked inside at the, looked inside here at the style number. This is obviously an older piece from 09, but when you look at the style number, it so often gives you the name of the piece. And that is everything that I have to show you today. I hope that that was interesting. I am super interested right now in watching other people sell videos because I'm trying to see what everybody else is selling this fourth quarter. I don't know about you guys, but it feels a lot it feels a lot slower than it should for this time of year. My sales are still consistent. I'm still cashing out like net profit around the same every single week. But I was so hopeful that this fourth quarter I'd be like doubling or tripling my money like I have done in previous years. So, hey, let me know in the comments down below. How is it for you in terms of, you know, are you seeing the sales that you thought that you would in the fourth quarter, or has it been dragging a little bit for you guys too? Let me know. I'd be so interested to find out. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming to hang out and see this video. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you did, so you could come back and hang out more. I have sales videos, haul videos, or unboxings, all kinds of different things in between. So if you're interested in reselling or just kind of like a thrifty, frugal lifestyle in general, then please do come back and hang out. And guys, I will talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful week. Bye.